We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. Power is not a means, it is an end. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes a revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. Now you begin to understand me. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.
So long as they, the people, continued to work and breed, their other activities were without importance. Left to themselves like cattle turned loose upon the plains of Argentina, they had reverted to a style of life that appeared to be natural to them, a sort of ancestral pattern. Heavy physical work, the care of home and children, petty quarrels with neighbors, films, football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult.
Well, hello everybody, you wonderful mother truckers, you and welcome to a rather quick and impromptu live stream. Yeah, there's a lot that have been happening in the last few hours in relation to the defence spending review and the plans to improve things or defence matters. So before we go any further, hello. I hope you're all well. I hope everything's fine. Thanks for joining me on a, what day is it today? Is it Monday? Is it Monday? Yeah, it must be Monday. Monday. My God. The days seem to merge into each other. Hello, Bloodnose. Yes, we shall make England great again one day. And hello, Muttley. Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you very much for joining me. Sorry, it was a quick one. It was just a hot sort of hit there as soon as I could because just had a quick flick over the defence spending review, and it's all could be possibly maybes. Hello, Matthew Whedon. Welcome. Thank you for sharing it on your Facebook group, as always. Much appreciated. And evening, Amanda Sykes. And if anyone's brand new here from the sudden surge in subs that I've just had, welcome. And if you're catching up on YouTube later on, welcome. Thanks so much for all of you joining the channel. And hopefully I'll be able to keep a few of you because YouTube does have a tendency to do this to me and then slowly but steadily over the space of a few days just rip them away. Dante, all right. Marilyn, hello. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Right, the whole idea of this is we are in serious trouble in this country right now for multiple reasons, but two primary reasons. And that's why I'm going to have just a very quick overview and chat with you all. And you can obviously, as usual, let me know what you're thinking in the chat, which, unlike the last the video, which has done really, really well, what will normally happen is whatever you say now will probably slowly but steadily be deleted. A little bit of housekeeping, of course. As I said in the announcements, the posts on there, I had to actually block someone from the channel. That's the first time the third time only ever I've done it. It was just some Muslim agitator who was just going around and saying stupid stuff, and I haven't got time for stickle brick users, so we had to throw them away. Hello, Spark Swain. Good evening. Nice to see you. Welcome aboard. So, we've had the defence spending review, which basically means nothing. And in reality, it does mean nothing. They're talking about, the army needs to get bigger when we can afford it. And that'll come into why we're in trouble part 2 in a minute. The Navy needs to basically modify what they've got. I mean, apparently now they want to be able to fire long-range missiles off the carriers that we've got. So we want some new anti-submarine frigates. in reality, when you look at it, it's not about. It's all very much like it is with most of Labour's things. It's all a wonderful word salad, but actually means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Hi, Rach. How you doing? You all right? Nice to see you on board. I hope everybody's on. 25 people. That's pretty good considering I just literally did this ad hoc. So yeah, so we've got this situation. Hillbilly John. Yes, he is, but unfortunately, you won't be able to have that pull up on the chat. You have to think very carefully. It won't allow you to do swear words. So I concur, but there you go. But no, yeah, swear words aren't going to be allowed. I'm afraid it is what it is. You know, you have to think that although I agree with the sentiment, he is definitely a W and a picture of an anchor. That would probably get on the chat, but the actual word won't. Oh, I mean, he's not wrong. No one's wrong. He's not wrong. No need to apologise, Hillbilly John. Just in case you thought the things have been deleted, because it happens. Swear words and things like that, it just doesn't allow them. The chat doesn't allow it as it is. And yeah, he is definitely a W picture of an anchor. we have to be careful what we say. Unfortunately, we do. Yes, Hillbilly John. We all agree. I mean, and to be fair, I think you're being quite generous calling him one of those. To be honest, he's yeah, yeah. It's yeah. Well, I mean, words fail me with that man. They really, really do. You know, it's just unbelievable. And this is where the issue is, and this is why, yeah, not advertiser friendly. It isn't, unfortunately. He'll be out. We build bridges. We will regain control. Praise the Lord. Welcome, Dolly Daydreaming. Praise the Lord indeed. We will eventually get things back. It's whether we can hang on long enough. And the way that our wonderful leader slash dictator, let's be honest, is pontificating with his words, we probably won't be around long enough to rebuild bridges, and we will definitely be praying to the Lord, religion and peace rather. And yeah, exactly. The other one that works well is Alan's Snack Bar. You may, if you new on here, you watch some of my other videos, it's Alan's Snack Bar is usually a good one. That one doesn't. Or Boglims. We can thank Dino Bain for that particular brilliant way of defining things. You see, it's a bit like the comment section. If you send comments, you have to think outside the box and try and be clever, because especially on my channel, which has been exposed perfectly now with the last video, we have to see what's happening. Welcome, Joe. Government to becoming untenable. That's correct. The economy is in serious trouble. That'll be part two. Reeves doesn't know how to fix it. She can't. It's too late. She just wants to borrow more and more and increase what we further owe. And unfortunately, this is what Labour have a track record of. I mean, literally, it's their entire career has been bankrupting the country over and over again. Boglims, I like Dino Bain. Brilliant. Depopulation being disguised as World War III. Bad Wolf, as I've said before, and many other people have said the same, we're the carbon that they want to get rid of the most, because we're a little bit inconvenient now. We're starting not to do as we're told, and they really, 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 really don't like that at all. It's just unbelievable. So Starmer has literally stood there and said that this country is now on a war footing. He'd hate me for my immutable characteristics. Indeed. If Starmer can declare war, then he can declare martial law, dictate total control. Well, yes, indeed, Sparkswain. I think we've actually a chat on the thing. Well, I keep saying with people when they're going, oh, we can vote reform this and I keep saying that's if you get another election. Things can be engineered in such a way that elections can't happen. One of them, of course, is if we're at war. Yes, F the WEF, exactly. Well said, Joe A12. Exactly, Bad Wolf, correct. Absolutely correct. So Starmer apparently is putting us on a war footing with the most outrageous and outlandish claims of the things that he's going to be able to do, but we don't have the money to do it. I mean, I've already mentioned on a couple of videos, you can't build 12 attack submarines overnight. They each take 10 years to build. And apparently they're going to replace the Astute class, the latest of the Astute class that went out, apparently, which I'll be doing a longer video later the week, is having to be literally held together with super glue because things keep falling off it. Makes perfect sense. What you have to also look is the fact that we'll be buying more stuff when many years ago we used to make our own stuff. Now we're buying, we need more F-35s. So that'll keep America happy. We need to build more wedge tails. We need to buy this. We need to invest in drones. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to do this. We need to do that. But there's no money. There is no money. As I said earlier in the video, they promised a GDP defence spend of 3%. Now it's an ambition because they're beginning to realise running out of money because Labour has just literally spaffed over 80 billion abroad. It's just unbelievable. With what military? Well, exactly, we are. We've got nothing. I mean, I want to raise the armed forces up to 100,000 troops, but in reality, using the reserves more. So, of which I think that's about 30%. No, it's about 10, 15%, of which you're going to have to rely on people who do it for the weekend. We got a few potato guns and a slingshot, if that. Got no money, go to war, country's almost bankrupt. Well, as I said, 148 challengers will not among them. Well, the Challenger 3's 148, not yet. So let's not get too excited. No money, but Starmer seems to be trying to piss Russia off. Right, basically, we'll not last in a full-blown war. We won't last 10 minutes because, as I've said, Russia's not in a good position itself militarily-wise, no matter what people in the media want to tell you. They're in trouble, and they know they're in trouble. And the problem is you really don't want to start... Oh, hello, Stephen. Evening. I'm like, you're not really. I've only been going 12 minutes, and it was an impromptu one. No one knew it was coming. So, welcome. And you're not that late, to be honest. I said it was a quick one. I just needed to get on and sort of speak about the determination of our leader / dictator, more a dictator, to indicate that this country is on a war footing. And I don't understand. Well, no, I genuinely don't understand why he seems to think that we need to be on a war setting. Yep, you can't make guns with no steel and no coke from coal. Exactly, Rachel. Spot on. 100%. You can't. I mean, we've got one steel, we've got one set of one place left. We're in trouble. We are really, really deeply in trouble because usually if you want to go pick a fight with somebody, you make sure before you pick a fight that you're actually capable of fighting them. And we are not in any way, shape or form in a position to do anything. If trying to activate it into war mode, then we really are in trouble. Well, of course, when they started the carbon liquidation time, yep, absolutely. I've just realised I'm using my other account, aka Shieldwall. Doesn't matter. Still welcome. Doesn't matter. No one expects the Spanish Gobster stream. Indeed, Colin, welcome. No one expects the Gobster stream out of nowhere. But I need it just to get out. Just to say the posture that Starmer has put this country in is antagonistic at best. Downright threatening at worst. But it's like we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. The DEI are going to last 2 minutes, if that. And as I said, a lot of it's now going to be reliant on reservists who do it for the weekend. And I'm getting too old, so you can forget that for a game of soldiers. Literally, it must be the end of times. This is the worry. Who has the most nukes? Russia. In reality, yeah, probably. But the simple truth of the matter is, this is the thing that really annoys me, is because Hello, Oil Gibraltar. Welcome. Is the fact that we're doing this when everybody in the world really knows that if the next one kicks off, not a lot of us are going to survive. And they seem to. Hello, Jay, top of the legend. Welcome, Sostama. Yep, absolutely. You're absolutely spot on. We got half of the time. Well, yes, this is the problem as well, Muttley. Do they work though? The effectiveness of, but the thing is, yeah, okay, some of them may not work, but in reality, we can't afford to bank on things not working. I mean, it worries me because we literally do have absolute raging, incompetent idiots in charge now. People who will rush into doing something without thinking about it, just like Labour's done with literally everything else that they've done. Russia's better off than we are, guys. This is not our war. We should have been. Well, Pom, exactly. We have plenty of problems in our own country. And I'm always been taught by my father that you deal with your own problems first before you start helping other people. And it's absolutely true. We should be dealing with our issues here, not thinking, well, motion detected at your front door. There's motion detected at my front door. Someone's been at my front door. I don't think it is. Hold on a second. I need to check. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Looks like my son's ordered some takeaway food. Yeah? Oh, good night. The daughter's going to bed. Is that Charlie? Is Josh ordered some? Oh, yeah, he has. I can see the food coming. Thank you. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Daughter's going to bed and my son's had some food. I do apologise. Any case, where we go. So, yeah, we're not in a good place. The army should refuse to obey Star Muhammad. They won't. Speaking as an ex-military guy myself, you do as you're told. Oh, hello, Lou. I love listening to yourself. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated. Thank you. Hi, Gene Gang. Yes, incapable military has enough heads to fill a stadium wants to go. Exactly. Absolutely. Right. Poland, the Baltic states, maybe Finland are our next sacrifices. This is the problem. This is the problem. Okay. Is the fact that it's. The thing is, my thought process, I've seen conventional warfare and I've been trained for the nuclear bit. And I don't ever want to see the nuclear bit because I know full well, no matter how much they try and tell you, it's game over. And I don't want that for anyone. Come for thought crimes. Yeah, probably, Ollie, but it was unfortunately. Family comes first, as always. Good evening, Monty Mott. Welcome. Declaration or bylaw must be voted by Parliament. The problem is they'll probably accept it in any case. Convention is you just don't whip up a vote for war. The motion most likely will be defeated by Tories, Lib Dems, SNP Reform, etc. Not if you can provoke a response first. EU, UN, absolutely. Great Britain, you're from UK, Ukraine reign separate. Yeah. But look, start looking at things like the thing that we've all forgotten, which apparently today, just is that you remember those mysterious fire bombings that were started by Ukrainian alleged rent boys. They've arrested another one. You see, you can start putting pieces. As the last video, where are we heading? You can see pieces being moved in. All we need to do is generate a small incident, blame the Russians, and there you go. You'll be surprised. It's very easy to manipulate people into voting how you want them to. Zelensky as British analyst, correct, Bad Wolf. Hello, Dean Townley. Welcome. So you can see how it's going. So, yes, it has to be done by there, but if you engineer a situation, you can get there. What makes it even worse is, and which is what makes me think that this is why they want war, apart from the fact that it gets rid of a lot of us carbon units, is the fact that we're broke. 2 independent service studies have actually said that this country's heading for bankruptcy. Well, thank you. My son has just donated me £10. Yeah, sorry, I was grabbing my medium pepperoni pizza, 8 chicken strips with garlic dip. Not that the world needs to know, but I'm going to enjoy this. They all know now, mate. They all know now because it's up there and you've paid for the privilege to have it highlighted. So enjoy your pizza. I mean, it's nice that you could have asked your old man if he wanted anything, but you feel free. Enjoy. Fourth one. Yep, Pom. Apparently, a fourth person has been arrested in connection with the fire bombings. You know, the one that disappeared out of the news very, very quickly. Strange that, isn't it? Asset management use GP pensions to fight war. You contribute killing Russian children. Well, everybody's going to die in this one. Everyone will die. They will arrest until a Russian is implicated, narrative fulfilled. There you go. That's exactly why. Welcome to deport those people. Absolutely right. This is what happened. Putin most likely wouldn't risk attacking a NATO member state. It results in Russia being demolished by NATO and the Allied forces. Right up to the bit where he can't take it anymore and presses that button. You see, the problem is backing people into a corner when they're armed with nuclear weapons is never, never, never a good idea. Why for a country that isn't ours anymore? Well, Paul, welcome. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Dad gets cold pizza for breakfast. No, Archer Colin, there will not be nothing left. He will demolish the entire damn thing. I might get to be able to run my finger around the garlic dip pot. He will. He'll eat the lot. Dad don't get shit. Although, to be fair, he's paid £10. So I've got a tenner. So there you go. Slight privilege. But this is true. Who would fight? And this is the problem. This is all wonderful. All these things are going to happen. But the simple truth of the matter is no one's joining. So where are you going to get all the people to do this? And the vast majority of people who are in this country don't recognise this country as their country and they ain't going to fight for it either. You got to think about that. You have some great children. You got a tenner and a kiss. Well, I know. It's great, isn't it? It's awesome. I've got great kids. I've got a great family. Although they're down to 3 now, I've actually got 7 in total. So, yeah, I've got a lot of really, really good kids. Mad isn't an option. Kirky, it shouldn't be. But with the idiots we've got in charge, you may want to reassess that one. Tony Sabaya is saying, don't mess with the Russians. Don't mess with anyone. We shouldn't be messing with anyone. We should be concentrating on our own issues and our own problems and fixing the things that are wrong here with our country right now and not going out to pick a fight with people which we're completely incapable of doing. It's so worrying. So worrying. Thank you. I am a very lucky man. Sending men to war with Russia while both people enjoy our women. Well, I mean, as I said before in one of the videos, if we're out fighting over there, you've got an entire army of agitators sitting right here with no one to defend. So, yeah, not such a good thing. Is money from the banker, Dad? Oh, no. Or earn pocket. No. My son works really hard. He genuinely does. He's a chef, a pizza chef in one of the local pubs, and he works his ass off. So it's his own money he's earned that. So it means a lot when you get it. So it's his money. Putin versus Starmer in a cage fight, money on Putin. To be fair, my daughter who's just come in probably would stand a better chance against Starmer, to be fair. I mean, I'm being honest, she could probably take him. Charity begins at home, not overseas. Exactly. When we've got old people freezing, we've got rampant homelessness, we've got veterans sleeping on the street, we've got people struggling to make ends meet. All these things we need to sort out ourselves. No more foreign aid. Foreign aid shouldn't go anywhere. It should stay here. Why is he buying the pizza then? Because he wasn't at work and it'd be cold by the time he got home. It's as simple as that. Gourmet 5-star pizza chef. He cooks a mean pizza. So I've been reliably informed. Ferguson could build one in about 50 years going for it. Exactly. You see, the thing is, in our shipyards, we usually have 2 subs being built. You got one, and they're staggered. Now, these 12, and remember, he said up to 12. Well, that could be 2. And basically, these ones are designed to replace the Astute class, apparently, allegedly, so I've been told. Yeah, I was craving pizza around it and nothing like a Pizza Hut pizza. Well, that's true. He's answering. Well done. Stand up for yourself, son. Did you see? Oh, Ollie, yeah, the Starmer and a punching bag. Really? Yeah, he's not just a leader. No, as I said, my daughter could take him genuinely. I think anyone can. What is Newton's fourth law of pizza? He always lands cheese side down. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure he'll pop it up. He will not commit to 3% on defence because they have made. Well, Jeff, hello and welcome. They can't afford it. As I said, they're now saying that we've gone past the tipping point. It's done. We're finished. And the International Monetary Fund is looking at dropping our credit rating from, I think we're at A down to B, which means when we do borrow money, it's at a more expensive rate. They're destroying the country. 11 months. How do we pay for 12 more subs? Yeah, we just borrow money, I guess, or we just magic it out of our backsides. No pineapple fuss. Look, don't start the pineapple argument. Like, pineapple doesn't belong on a pizza. You can fight me for it. It really doesn't. Russian space technology best in the UK. This is very true. Central banks are the problem. Close them down and we'll get our country back. Bank of England is a private organisation. And you can thank Tony Blair and the Labour government at the time for that to occur. It was them who did it. It's Mama made us him. It's just ridiculous. Tuna fish on toast better than machined meat pizza. I feel that. Bit of cheese on it, though, of course. Go have a bit of cheese on top of the tuna fish. It's amazing we're having a discussion about going to war, the country being bankrupt, and pizzas. That's why I love you lot. That's why I love these things. These streams are just great. They are. They're absolutely brilliant. It is so much fun because we are literally covering the most random stuff whilst trying to talk about the fact that the country's in the shit. Sweet corn on pizza. No, sweet corn doesn't belong anywhere. Anywhere. No. The 12 sins we made. That's fixed. Now Mauritius has come back asking for more money. Well, of course they have, Jeff. And as I said before, the best part of this deal is the fact we lease the air bases off them. And part of that lease is we have to tell Mauritius that we're going to launch a strike from those air bases. And not only that, where the strike's going to the best friends of China. So that's that tactical advantage gone. And all the Quangos 27 more and Starmer doesn't surprise me at all. Nothing surprises me at all. Hello, Herman the Tosser. Welcome. Welcome aboard. So far, Herman, just in case you're catching up, Starmer wants us to go to war. Rachel Reeves has bankrupt the country, and you shouldn't have sweet corn or pineapple on your pizza. I mean, you can't come anywhere and have nothing better than a more varied conversation piece than that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I used to love watching that when it was on the telly. You know, before they ruined it, like everything else. But, you know, and so now that's what. So, war, bankruptcy, pizza, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wow, this is pretty good. GB's roast dinners are the best. Well, I have to agree. Anchovies. Oh, I love anchovies. Absolutely adore anchovies on a pizza. Weirdly enough. Problem with that is you do really need to have a drink very hard, but they do taste nice. Gotta love a good old honey on the pizza. Honey on the pizza. In certain circumstances. It's lovely to see you laughing as is. Lou, we've got to laugh. we've got to laugh. I mean, this is what I like about doing these streams is the fact that you lot in the chat, you just talk about what you want to talk about, and we mix it in because we do need a bit of humour. We do need a bit of a laugh. We do need a bit of a joke. Cheers for the update. No problem, mate. It's mental. But the thing is, when I do streams, not only am I talking about things like what I started to talk about, it's also so we can all come together as a little community of people and we can just talk about everything. One of the chats I did a while back, while I was talking about something quite serious, they were having a discussion in the chat about biscuits and which one's the best dunker in tea. Meanwhile, as Joe says, I'm hoping that either UKIP or Integrity Party manage to build themselves up enough to make a serious challenge at the next general election. Reforming their party, just a false flag. Joe, if you watch one of these, you know exactly. But if you watch my videos on reform, you'll know where I sit on that, and I actually agree. If you don't laugh, you cry. Yeah, there's a lot to cry about if you wanted to, but let's go. Now I believe there's the fourth fire. Yeah, there is, Jeff. There has actually been a fourth guy arrested in relation to the strange fire bombings of Keir Starmer stuff that went, oh, look, there's that. And then it went really, really quiet because something's going on. I like Nick UKIP. I wish he'd cut back on the God gratitude. Alex, I love Nick. I think he'd make a great leader. He's a man of God. He's a devout Christian. So he's going to do that. And in reality, whether you like it or not, this country was built on Christianity, so I get it. Hobnobs. Yeah, they're the indestructible dunkers. Problem is, I can't stand eating hobnobs. It's like eating compressed rabbit food. Ugh, disgusting. Malted milk biscuit, good dinkum. Yes, malted milk, good biscuit. Very good. Chocolate. Stop it. See, now like, we've gone from pizza, now we're talking chocolate and hobnobs and malted milk biscuits. Meanwhile, the country's going to shit in a handbasket. Oh, God. Custard creams. Hillbilly John. The custard cream is the biscuit of the gods. There is no other better biscuit than a custard cream. And you can fight me for it because I just love custard creams. Well, I used to until, type 2 diabetes put an end to that. It's the time they got to the bottom of all this. Jeff, I don't think they ever will get to the bottom of what's going on with the firebombing because you get this feeling it's been deliberately hushed up. Somebody get this bloke a cup of tea. I don't do tea. I'm a coffee dude. I really am. I've got to go around the cupboards for something to nosh on now. It's amazing how we have a conversation. Glad you like bacon and maple syrup. Oh, bacon and maple syrup. The crunchy American bacon maple syrup. Oh, it's heaven. Don't get it much in the UK. What do you think of that Integrity Party recently brought Ben Habib? Would you be willing to support them or are you still sticking with UKIP? At the moment, I'm still sticking with UKIP. The Integrity Party is fine, but at the moment, we've heard not a lot what's going on. So, but I'll stick with UKIP at the moment. Now I'm hungry. I'm starving and all. I haven't even had anything to eat yet. Mind you, I'll have some toast in a bit. Wagon wheels are smaller than... Don't even go there, Margaret. Everything has shrunk. When I was a kid, I swear wagon wheels were this big in my lunchbox. But you're right, they have gone right. They're really, really small now. I mean, they hardly last. It's unbelievable. I mean, remember, Mars bars used to be quite big as well. And marathons. Yeah, marathons. That was what they used to be called when I was a kid. Marathon bars, the stickers, rubbish. Kimberly Macardos, I don't do tea. You're a British squaddy. Oh, wait, I don't like tea either. Archer Collin, don't get me wrong. If I'm out in the field and there's only tea in the tea caddy, I'll have tea. But I prefer coffee because this system runs extremely well on caffeine. Without enough caffeine, I'm in trouble. But if somebody said, do you want a brew? And tea was the only option, I would drink tea. I wouldn't particularly enjoy it, but I will. Oh, Muttley, you've done it again. Thank you so much. Was that 25 memberships you've gifted, mate? You're literally a legend. Literally a legend. Absolutely brilliant. So, congratulations to all the brand new members of the club. Welcome on board. You do actually get a perk for being a member of the channel. You actually get to see things. Most videos at least an hour before. Other videos sometimes 2 or 3 days before. But again, it was just Muttley, you're a legend, absolute legend. Tea is king. Hillbilly John, Mrs. G. I mean, she literally. I swear to God, she needs to have tea on a intravenous drip. Genuinely, she just like tea. Literally, been there, done that. Rich tea isn't a biscuit. Rich tea is. No, you get a rich tea. You just show it the tea, and it fucking falls apart. It's rich tea is the Keir Starmer of biscuits. It's just weak and pathetic and spineless. It just genuinely is. There we go. Keir Starmer is the rich tea of the biscuit world. Pointless. Absolutely pointless. Why? Rich teas? No. I'm a coffee man, but I was a cup of tea. Yeah, sometime. How do I subscribe to you, Muttley? Find his channel. Yeah. Sometimes, every now and again, I think, I could really go with the tea. And I do have one. And I go, that's nice. But then I just prefer coffee. Perhaps I just prefer my taste buds to be destroyed. So if you're wondering why, as I've maybe mentioned before, the live stream on here doesn't go with a crumbly Starmer. Limp rich tea. Rich teas are they are a biscuit of no point. Genuinely, I just don't see the point of a rich tea biscuit. Chocolate and Raisin Club. Oh, that's a biscuit. But is it a biscuit or is it a chocolate bar? Next it'll be, where's Jaffa cakes? Are they cakes or are they biscuits? You have to lower it into your gob. If it touches anything, it breaks. Oh, they literally bourbon. Oh, that's a good biscuit. You can't beat a biscuit, bourbon. Right, let's forget about all our woes and let's just concentrate on biscuits and pizzas and food, because there's nothing more to talk about that when you're really hungry and you want to eat something. Keir is a soggy biscuit. Keir is the rich tea. Keir is a rich tea of the biscuit world. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, hobnobs are the terminators of Dunkin' biscuits. I just don't like hobnobs. Even when they covered them in chocolate. Ugh. It's too bitty. It gets stuck in what's left of my teeth. Let's just catch up with there. 12% tax. What? 12% tax? No. That's unbelievable. One slice. Well, it would be nice, mate, if you wouldn't mind giving me a slice of pizza. I'm starving. Mint Club. Good biscuit. Hobnobs stand easily. Hobnobs are just. There is only one biscuit that I have found that is more resistant to anything, and that is, for those of you who've been in the military, biscuit browns or Kevlar biscuits, as they're known as. No one like biscuit browns. Biscuits fruit, you could literally get somebody to sell their sold to you for them. They were the biggest, but biscuit browns, oh God, they literally were armor plating. Literally. I reckon they could stop a 50 cal. I really do. Oh, come in. Delivery. Yeah. Oh, hold on. My pizza's arrived, guys and girls. Yeah, the chicken's over. Oh. Fucking hell, mate. Nice one. Oh. Gonna make everybody in the chat jealous now. Good. There you go. There you go. Thanks, mate. Pizza. Oh God, it's nice. My succulent digestive nowadays are dead. Oh well, yeah, not surprising. They were. Come on. Anyone who's been in the army, you know what I'm talking about when you got biscuit browns in the rat packs. Pointless. Powdered Yorkie bar. That could be okay. Tax-free corporation. Oh, good yeah. Ginger nuts. I love a ginger nut. Ginger nuts are the perfect biscuit to have with coffee. They absorb quite well, and you get that nice gingery taste. There you go, trying to catch up with there. The legendary Sim Racer. Most biscuits at supermarket shelves have seed oils in them. Your body isn't designed to process these oils. Jay, you're absolutely right. But boy, that's a Biscoff. Now you're talking. I don't really get Biscoffs. To me, Biscoff is something I have at hotels. Excuse me while I eat my pizza. My God, that's good. Pizza delivery, as long as it's not Uber Eats. No, it was got it from Domino's, I think, or whatever. It's nice. Can't beat a good bit of pizza. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, but it is the way it is. Know your delivery man. Very important. That's rare. Viscount biscuits. They were something I used to have when I was a kid at school. In the little green wrappers. Oh, they were good biscuits. Jammy Dodgers. They are a very close second to the custard cream in my hierarchy of biscuits of choice. Absolutely. Mushroom patty in the bin, in the tin. Oh, for those people who've not been in the forces, when you get your rations packed, it says what it's supposed to be on. Back in my day, it was tins before it became packets. What it's supposed to be. The golden rule was cook it, don't ever look at it, just eat it. I mean, the worst ones for me were biscuit browns. Oh, and the other one, cheese possessed. What the hell that was, I don't know. Brilliantly melted, eating it out of a tin. It was like someone got a lump of cheese and rolled it in grit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ugh. Yo-yo mint was yuck. Yeah, no, yo-yo didn't need Pizzagate. Pizzagate indeed. Clubs. All clubs are good biscuits. As we said, the raisin biscuit one, you don't get very often there. That was the best. After 8, served ice cold, you can dip them. You can. You can still get Viscounts or a clone thereof in Poundland. Cheese possessed. It was horrible, man. Ugh. Poundland it is then. Fig rolls. I like fig rolls. Unfortunately, fig rolls don't agree with me at all. Oh, God, that made me really bad. You do not want to be in the room after I've ate a pack of fig rolls. Well, they're not for dunking. They were never designed. They're already moist enough. You don't need to dunk them. Rabbit stew, good. Rabbit stew, nice. Squirrel, that's quite nice as well. Very, very tasty. Oh, look, we can all sing it. If you want a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. Ah, memories. A finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat. Stop it. I'll be off all night and I can't because I've got to go. I've got things to do. Margaret, this is the problem. And that was why it doesn't agree with me. You're right. You can't have one fig roll. When you pick it up, as soon as that first fig roll goes in, that packet has to be destroyed. It just has to go. You can't put a pack of fig rolls back. You just can't. It's impossible. For me, it's KFC. Don't get any after that. Oh, KFC. It can get you like that, can't it? Best chocolate to biscuit ratio. 99.9% chocolate and a little bit of biscuit. If you're going to go for that. No, to be fair, biscuit to chocolate ratio's got to be 50-50 is the perfect mix. 100%. Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate tastes like chocolate never tasted before. This is turning into an advert, and other chocolate bars are available. Arla milk. Wouldn't touch Arla milk if you paid me, because they don't want cows that fart. Yeah, shortbread at Christmas. Yes, it has to come in that tin. The one that pretends it's from Scotland. It's one of them. See, for me, Christmas is mince pies. I love a mince pie, but it's also shortbread in tins to pretend that they're from Scotland when they're not. KFC is minging undercooked chicken with blood pools. It can be. It all depends on the staff. But then again, it's all halal now, so I haven't touched it since then. All because the lady loves milk tray. Yeah. Although I never understood why you'd go through all that to give a lady chocolates when you could have just ate the chocolates and stayed in. It's just my personal point of view. It is the way it is. We're in serious trouble talking about... Well, you see, we started off quite serious. Potentially going to war. Country's going bankrupt. Then a pizza got delivered, and then it all went downhill from there. We're now in serious trouble. Although we have now identified that in the world of biscuits, Keir Starmer is a rich tea. They do Turkish delight. Oh, Turkish delight. Squash fly biscuits, yeah. Biscuit fruits. Or they were called Garibaldi's, the other version. Can't beat Tango adverts. Yeah, until they banned them because I remember it as a kid, constantly getting slaps around the face because you've been tangoed. Remember that? They banned it because it was violent. Back in the day where you were allowed to be fairly violent and it was all right. Is this my fault? Yes, Kahoot, it is. Don't apologise because the chat's just gone great. The mighty wagon wheel. Marshmallow with raspberry jam. Literally a legend of a chocolate biscuit. Lunchbox favourite. As I said, they were this big when I was a kid. I swear to God, they were this big. They're like that now. Turkish Delight has a cherry flavour. It was a rare one. I can't find it now. I love you guys, but grandson's here. Oh, no worries. I hope that child wants pizza for dinner. That's what they're going to get. You know it. No worries. You never have to apologise. I'll be going shortly, any case, because I've actually got things to do. Like, see if I can spam another piece of pizza. Taste of the Orient. Yeah, that was it. Ice gems. Oh, love ice gems. Absolutely. We are being tangoed now. Yes, deport those people. It sure does feel like we're being tangoed right hard. Ice gems. You can still get ice gems. Like, my kids have ice gems. You can get ones now, ice gems, and they do chocolate gems. They're really nice. Spark, you're going to eat that pizza that you didn't realise you needed. Biscuits and gravy, you know. In the US, I always wondered what biscuits and gravy were. I had some. I don't know why they don't do them here. The chocolate bars are massive compared to king-size Mars bars, the same size as normal Mars bar. And you know what the best thing is? If I remember quite rightly, they're about 10 pence. A big-ass Mars bar was 10 pence. Remember that. Mind you, I remember half-penny sweets where 10 pence could get me 20 sweets. Roly-poly with custard. Oh, my God. I'm going to go and disappear. I have pizza to eat. Thanks any case, mate. Much appreciated for the money and the slice of pizza, which I guess is going to be the only one. I'm only joking. I absolutely want to get back in, son. Refreshers. I love refreshers. Very hard to find now. Great sweets. Just to put them at the back of my mouth and let them fizz. Probably why one of my teeth rotted at the back, to be fair. The Milky Bars are on me. Got the glasses as well. The Beano was full. I know, it's just painful. It really is. 10p mix-up. So walk in. Hello, shopkeep. 10p mix-up. Don't want any chewing gum. And be like that. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Marathon. It's called a marathon bar. Even now, it's called Snickers. I still call it a marathon bar because it was a marathon bar. But yeah, they do win because you got the peanuts in them, which are good for energy. Always a good thing to have a snack on. The Dandy was 5p. Don't even say. Who else? Hillbilly John, Mrs. G loves Bounties. Me, I'm not a huge fan of coconut, so again, things that get to double deckers, great sweet. They have Monty. They're pointless now. Bag and wheels. They're no good. They're just like you can pop them in your mouth and they're gone. Lion bars, awesome. Good Lion bar. Everything has shrunk. Yeah, Mrs. G says that to me a lot. I used to use aniseed balls as ammunition for mug. Yeah, aniseed balls were awesome. Absolutely awesome. Just before I'm looking at the time and I'm going to get going. Before I do, they used to get round boiled sweets in your rat packs, but they got taken out because the ever ingenious £9. I know it's disgusting. For Mrs. G loves Lindell chocolate. Any case, so you used to have practice grenades for Fibula, which was basically a thunder flash inside a rubber mat, and then it had a hole in the bottom. So when you pulled it, you throw it, bounced, you went bang, and they go, "You're dead, you're dead, you're wounded, you're wounded." Well, some great realised that the hole was exactly the same diameter as the boiled sweets. So you used to get and fill it with boiled sweets. Pull the pin when you left. So when it went bang, it shattered it, and you'd get people with bits of strawberry flavoured boiled sweet embedded in their faces and that. And then they took them out and ruined all the fun. I'm a bit allergic to coconuts, so I have to be careful of the tea cakes I get. Yes. Mind you, Tunnock's tea cake is a great one. I like dark chocolate and sea salt bars. Great mix, that is. Absolutely great mix. Boiled sweets, Bazooka Joe, Hubba Bubba. Yeah, good old Hubba Bubba. Caramac. Oh. So, Rolo, that's good. You can't beat a good Rolo. Sugary shrapnel. Oh, Ollie used to the pain. And you'd be walking in smelling a raspberry in the back of your head. Bubblicious, mint imperials, sherbet fountain with the dip. Great. Rainbow things. Space popping candy before they blew people's fillings out and couldn't do it. Remember Quarter Sweets? Just literally around the corner where I lived, there used to be something called the gift shop, and it was a sweet shop. And you used to have walls and walls of sweets. And you could I'll have a quarter of cola cubes, quarter of rhubarb and custards, sherbet, lemon sherbet, toffee. Oh, it was them with the dice. Now you go, it's a specialised shop and it costs you a fucking fortune. Flumps. Like flumps. They were quite nice. Sherbet flying saucer. You can't beat a flying saucer. Goes well, gobby gobstopper, not heating to be quiet. I get you. Blackjacks, fruit salads. I know it sounds weird. I just said for some reason it pops up on my thing. You can get a box of fruit salads for £1.70, 9 off Temu or Temu, as the Americans call it, for no apparent fucking reason. Yeah. Whether you want to buy them and eat them, I don't know. Don't even go down the price of Lego. And I see bollock, absolutely. Apple Jacks, nice. Cola cubes, yeah, excellent. Yeah, Lego's just ridiculous. I mean, look at that. That Lego. I mean, I think there's about, if you add all this, because there's 1, 2, so 2 sets there, maybe 3 sets. No, 2 sets. 2 sets. There's over 150 quid's worth of Lego up there. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Can't find Apple Jacks now. You've got them. Gobby Gobstoppers, Gobstopper Limited. That sounds like a company name. That sounds like a great idea for a mug and a T-shirt for the merch shop. Thanks for that. I'm going to design something for that. We can have the Gobby Gobstopper, Gobby Gobsters Gobstopper Limited. That's going to be something you can get. Oh, if you're new to the channel, I have actually got a merch shop. There is just some T-shirts and mugs and stuff. Licorice sticks. Love licorice. Greatest thing since sliced bread. Chocolate limes. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Werther's. Look, Stephanie, welcome. I'm not that old. I'm not Werther's original old yet. See, I still remember on tunes from Dick like, yeah, absolutely. But no, I don't work. I'm not a Werther's original guy. I don't actually like Werther's originals. And although I am a grandfather, no. With Fisherman's Friends, whew, they kept you very warm on patrol. Always had a pack of them. Fisherman's Friends, yeah, absolutely. So much for the serious conversation. You know what, Monty? We did the serious bit. We're wrapping it up now. I'm going to have to knock it on the head, literally in the next couple of minutes. But we've had our serious bit, and now we've just had a good laugh and a good chat about random shit. And I hope you've all enjoyed that particular thing as well, because let's not take it serious. Action Man Leggy, Corgo Toys. There's so many, God rest his soul. Absolutely, my old man used to have Fisherman's. Absolutely. Always useful. Sounds very cheap. But saber rattling, etc., how the leaders get around to deep unpopularity. Absolutely welcome, Morris. They do. Absolutely do. Spangles, Old English, absolutely. Worthless and unoriginal. Yeah. Action Man Brill. I've got an Action Man somewhere. In here somewhere with all the other stuff I've got. Wriggles. Smurfs and Mr. Men, yeah, absolutely. Well, as you can see, I'm absolutely full. Hi, Wookie. You've just arrived as I'm just about to knock this one on the head because I've been nearly an hour. And, yeah, had a good night. Well, we started off with the serious shit. You know, as in Starmer wants us to go to war, said that the country's on the war footing, going to do a load of stuff, but he's got no fucking money to do it because the second part of it was the fact that this country's going to be bankrupt very, very soon and we'll have no money. And then my son had a pizza delivered and, yeah, we scrapped the serious shit and went down the pizza biscuit sweet aisle and had some fun because absolutely brilliant. I hope you've all, in any case, I've got to bring this to a close. I've noticed the time. I've got stuff to do. Thank you all for joining me on this very impromptu live stream, which did start serious. And then we all just had a laugh at life because, come on, let's be brutally honest. It's fucking bad enough as it is, isn't it? You know, life's a bit crap. So if we can all come together and have a laugh and a joke and talk about biscuits and sweets and reminisce about when life was simpler and the world it was just fun, and now it really isn't. But you know what? We have to do what we have to do. Tonka, you could ride it. Yeah, you could. Tonkas were great toys. We'll do a toy one another day. Yeah, to war against reform. A madness. Any case, yeah, that's true. So again, what days it says Monday, Tuesday. Oh no, Wednesday I'm busy. Thursday, probably Thursday. Might be able to get another streaming where we can do some serious stuff and do this. Or if you want, we could just talk shit for an hour and have a laugh and a joke amongst ourselves and just try and get through another week of madness where everybody's just trying to get us to die, which is nice. Are you saying you should get to look a little bit bright side of life? Well, always look on the bright side of life. Yeah, we got to do something. I think we all should look on the bright side of life sometimes, even though at the moment you'd struggle to find it. And if this little bit that's happened right now has made you have wonderful evenings, cheered you up, made you have great, we covered the serious shit, we've had a laugh, we've had a joke, it's all been fun. You have all been absolutely wonderful yet again. You are absolute legends. You really are. Thank you all. If you have popped in here, some new names I've noticed today, welcome. If you're one of the new subscribers who recently joined the channel, welcome. It's an absolute honour and a privilege to have people on the channel. Trying to build a little community here where we can do exactly what we've just done. Have a bit of fun, have a laugh, have a joke, but also talk about the serious things. Because, yeah, we need to stick together. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. You all take care of yourselves. Remember, gobstertalks@yahoo.com if you want to ever drop me. Gibraltar subbed. Thank you all. Oh, thank you, Gibraltar. Welcome. Don't forget, if you want to, as Ollie said, you could hit the like. You could even share this video and try and consider other people to get subscribed because that'd be nice. Once again, thank you to Kaboot my son, for the £10 donation because he interrupted us with a pizza and started us on a merry, merry way. Thank you once again to Muttley, you absolute legend, for gifting yet another 10 memberships to the channel. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, one and all. You all stay safe now, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.
Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.